Well, believe it or not, the top AI models are now smarter than 85% of human beings. And by 2026, it will be 99.9% of us. And you think your job will still exist in 5 years? Well, that's a dangerous assumption. And that's not just a YouTube headline, that's a real quote from David Patterson. And Elon Musk responded with just 2 words, roughly correct. Let that settle in. And here's what the CEO of Fiverr told his team last month. AI is coming for your job, his job, and everyone's job. Easy tasks will no longer exist. Hard tasks will become easy, and impossible tasks will now be achievable. His advice, you can scream into a mirror if you like, but you need to pick yourself up and become future-proof. And no, this is not a doomsday warning. This is an invitation to join the AI revolution. Because for the first time, you can start your own fully functional, fully automated business with no code, no funding, and no team. Just a laptop, some curiosity, and the most powerful AI tools available. And we're going to start this right from the beginning by choosing a business idea, creating a name and logo, and finally taking this all the way to market to get our first sale. And our goal is to do this as fast as possible with free tools. Okay, so let's jump into the first tool, none other than our friend ChatGPT. We're going to be using this one to come up with our business idea. And this entire process is going to revolve around this master prompt that I created called the AI Moneymaker Prompt Engine. This one is actually built to generate new master prompts that'll help you achieve specific objectives. Very powerful, and I'm constantly using this in my workflows. Let me demonstrate how this works. After entering the prompt, I'll tell the bot I'm trying to come up with a one-person business idea. Then it's going to go ahead and quiz you. So you need to go ahead and answer these questions to the best of your ability. I'll go ahead and do this off camera here. Then once you hit enter, you're going to get a new prompt. Something like this. Final prompt, you can use this in GPT-4o or resell as a system. Role, act as a monetization-focused AI business strategist who specializes in helping beginners launch digital side hustles using AI tools like GPT-4, Canva Pro, and CapCut Pro. Alright, so instead of just running this prompt, trying to build our product straight away, first I like to do some market research. And for this, again, I'm going to have the bot create a prompt that's going to help us with this research. All I said was create a prompt that will help us with deep research on this idea. And since we started with the Moneymaker Prompt Engine, this is going to develop a powerful prompt that's going to allow us to dig deep into research on this topic. And here you see the new prompt that's generated. Deep Market Research Assistant for AI-powered side hustle templates. Role, act as a market research analyst with expertise in digital products, solopreneur trends, and AI tools adoption, especially GPT-4, Canva Pro, and CapCut. Focus on beginner-friendly, low-cost side hustle models. All right, so now we've got our business model clearly defined. In this case, we're going to go with AI-powered side hustles. And we've used ChatGPT to generate a focused prompt that will achieve this objective. Now it's time to dig a little deeper. This is where I shift over to Perplexity AI, which I use specifically for in-depth real-time research. You'll get 3 deep searches a day here for free. And now I'm just going to take that prompt that we generated in GPT and pop it in here. And now the reason I'm not using GPT for this deep research is because I do believe that Perplexity AI does a far better job. But if you like, obviously you could continue right here within GPT and not use any other tools. This is my preferred workflow. I like to use the best tools for the different tasks that I need to accomplish. Alright, so just in a couple of minutes, Perplexity Deep Research has given me a comprehensive overview. This is super detailed. And at the top here, you can click sources if you want to see all the different websites that it went through. Typically, it goes through quite a few. This time it was only 37. And then what I like to do is copy this, take it to a document, and there we go. As you can see, this came out to 11 pages of research that I received in less than 2 minutes. Very handy. All right, so now that we have this document ready, we can head over to the third tool that I like to use, Notebook LM. This is another free tool from Google. And right here, under Google Drive, you can go ahead and upload the Google Doc directly. So I'll bring this in as a source. And you also have the option here to prompt this bot to search for more researches. But for now, I think Perplexity's research did a really good job, so I'll continue. And sometimes you'll go ahead and add more sources here. You can add video links, you can add websites, articles, whatever you like. But for right now, for the sake of speed, I'm just going to go ahead and create a briefing doc. As you can see, this gives me only a couple of pages after I input 11 pages of deep research. So now you can go through this really quickly. And if you're considering multiple ideas, you might go ahead and do 2 or 3 like this. All right, so that was part 1, picking our business idea. And now for part 2, let's jump into how to create a full brand identity using ChatGPT. So from here, we want to go ahead and prompt the bot to walk us through naming our business, creating a logo, and establishing a cohesive brand identity. For this, you can simply prompt something like, let's create a business name or brand. Create a clean, simple logo, setting the tone and identity so it feels cohesive and trustworthy. Then after I input this prompt, my response here says, excellent, let's build a cohesive brand foundation for your business, helping beginners starting AI-powered side hustles using templates and guides. Perfect. Step 1, brand identity core, mission and purpose. Then it goes over some brand name options you can choose from here, or you can come up with your own. Step 2 is brand tone and style. This is going to establish our brand's tone. And for step 3, it gives a prompt to create a logo. It says, here's a ready-made prompt that you can use in tools like this or even GPT with image enabled. Then here's your AI logo prompt template. It's going to have you to insert your brand name here. And this is going to help us create a nice brand logo. And then it gives us a deliverable summary. Then it gives brand name suggestions, establishes tone and style, gives a logo prompt ready for your AI image generator. Then it leads us to our next options. Finally asking, would you like to move forward with this specific name and get a brand kit or revise the vibe before committing? So from here, let me go ahead and demonstrate how to create this logo. For now, I'm just going to copy the first prompt and pop it into the box. Then it wants you to insert your brand name here. So for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to copy one of these names suggested here. I like this Hustlecraft idea. So I'll copy Hustlecraft and paste it into the brackets here. Then you could go ahead and define what you like if you have a good idea of what you want your logo to look like. But for now, I'm just going to run this prompt and see what we get. All right, so it looks like I need to start a new chat for this. So let's go ahead and start a new chat. Turn on image generation, pop this new prompt in with the business name as Hustlecraft and generate. And there we go. This is actually pretty good. Hustlecraft, super simple. I could possibly ask it to add AI somehow here so it relates to AI a little better. But for the sake of demonstration, I'll just go ahead and download this so we can move to the next step. All right, the next step is building our website. Now for this step, I'm going to be using stand.store. If you're not familiar, you can easily set up a clean professional web page here. So let's go ahead over to stand.store. First, let's bring in our logo that we just created. Upload that right here to your header and profile image area. And you want to make sure that your brand name, in this case Hustlecraft, is clear and visible. Then Stan also lets you connect your YouTube, TikTok, or social platforms. So you can do that here if you like. And then they'll walk you through how to set up your payments through Stripe or PayPal. Self-explanatory. I'm not going to walk you through this now. And finally, we're able to create our new product here. So now it's time to go back to the beginning and use the prompt that we created to build our actual MVP. And this is where the fun begins. So now I'm going to go ahead and input the entire prompt that we generated earlier. And for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and use the sample set of instructions here to kick this off. All right, so it says, here are 3 fast launch digital product ideas tailored for beginners using AI to start a side hustle, complete with step-by-step 14-day launch plans. And then it gives me idea number 1, ChatGPT prompts to launch your first digital product, PDF, and bonus template. And my second option here is AI-powered side hustle name generators and brand kit. And the third option is CapCut AI Shorts Script Starter Pack. Say that 3 times fast. And then it goes ahead to ask if I want to turn one of these into a full downloadable PDF or starter pack for my AI Moneymaker brand. This is referencing knowledge of my AI Moneymaker brand, which I really don't want it to for the purpose of this demonstration, but that's all right. We'll continue. And honestly, if I'm looking at these ideas, they're all pretty weak in my opinion. And we didn't do all that research in the beginning of this video for nothing. So now we'll go ahead and refer back to the briefing doc that we created earlier. This contains a highly detailed roadmap for our MVP. So what I would do is just copy this entire doc and then ask it to create a final product with a set of instructions like this. Build a polished final version of this recommended minimum valuable product, MVP, 30-day AI side hustle starter kit. This product will be sold for $7, so it needs to be highly valuable and detailed. Then I also mentioned the final product will be sold on stand.store. And since this is a lot of new information, I will do all this in a new chat. All right, so GPT is now loaded with all this new information, so I'll send this off and see what we get. Very cool. Now this is something we can sell. It says, here's a polished, premium-ready version of your 30-day AI side hustle starter kit, fully written out and structured for $7 digital sale on stand.store. It's optimized for your audience, overwhelmed Olivia, laser-focused on beginner ease, and packed with value to exceed expectations. Very nice. Now what I would do is copy this entire thing to a document, carefully looking everything over to see if I can improve anywhere. For instance, in this case, as I'm scrolling through, I don't see the prompt vault that it mentions here, 15 copy and paste ChatGPT prompts. So what I would do is just go back to the bot and ask it to create this prompt vault. And there we go. We've created our new prompt vault with 15 copy and paste ready prompts. So I'll just copy this, paste it to the end of my document, clean all this up a bit, and this is ready for sale. So let's do it. And we already set up our storefront, so now we're just going to click Create Product. Then here we need to choose our product type, and Stan Store has several different products here you can choose from to create, like coaching calls, courses, you can charge for recurring memberships, you can host webinars, you can even host communities here, and they even have an affiliate link that you can advertise. This will earn 20% of subscribers' fees per month. And now since this product is a PDF, I'm going to go ahead and select Digital Product. Then look how simple this is. You have the option for 3 different styles, a simple button, a call out button that shows a little more, and then a preview that includes even more text. I'm just going to leave this on call out. Then here we need to fill in our title as well as a description, and then we get to choose what's written on our buy button here, and we also need to upload a thumbnail image. Now this one is super short and sweet. You could easily fill this out manually, but if you're not feeling it, just go ahead and highlight the text area like this, copy, take it to the chat bot and ask, help me fill out this Stan.store info. And as you can see, ChatGPT always comes through like a champ, understanding the context, knowing that we need less than 50 characters for our title and less than 100 characters for this description. Now you can simply copy these and paste them in the appropriate boxes. Then we're ready to create our thumbnail image. All right, so let's head back to GPT. And first, I'm going to instruct the bot to design this prompt. Then I'll copy and paste the thumbnail image suggestion. This is going to generate a fully fleshed out prompt that we can use here or anywhere that generates good text in its images. There we go. Now I'll just copy this entire prompt, take it back to the chat box, turn on image generation and give it a go. Perfect. 30-day AI side hustle starter kit. Launch your first product with ChatGPT and Canva. Now you can just download this from here and import it to your Stan Store. And you can use the slider here if you need to zoom in and out on your image. This looks like I need to zoom out so everything fits in the box nicely. Then go ahead and select use this photo. And there we go. Now we'll just hit next and continue to set up our checkout page. This is going to give you the option for a bigger banner. And here's where you'll set your price. And then we have this description to fill out here. And here you can change the buy section headline as well as the buy button label if you like. And then you can also choose what information you'd like to gather from the buyer here. And finally, this is where we'll upload our digital product. So for this banner image, I simply went back to ChatGPT and reused the original prompt, only adding this time I need it in a 16:9 aspect ratio. And again, this looks really good. So I'll go ahead and download this, upload it back to the store, zoom to fit, and select use this photo. Then you can go ahead and set your price. I'm going to price this one at $7. And for the description here, you have the option to generate with AI. And this AI is trained on generating sales copy, so it does do a pretty good job. But of course, you could always just use GPT. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is change this buy button to say buy now. And finally, we're ready to upload our product file. So after you've finalized everything and you're happy with your final product, you want to go ahead to the upper left-hand corner in your document here and export this as a PDF. Then back in Stan, you can simply upload these files and publish. Then Stan does have another checkout page here. This is basically all the same, so I reused all the details, uploaded the same files, and published the product. Then again, I went ahead and reused all these details to set up the landing page. This one's going to allow you to copy this URL and direct a customer directly to this product page. Then finally, we have the option to edit our design. And here you'll see several different layouts. Just choose something you like. For instance, I like this one. It seems to shrink my logo and icons up to the top, which leaves my product a little more visible on the page here. Then if you want to tweak your color scheme, you can do that here. You can change the color of the button as well as the background color for this. I think this looks good. And there we go. Once you hit save, your storefront is now up and running. And we're not done yet. Now that we've created our product, it's time to get eyes on it and create some sales. And we're going to do this focusing on social media marketing. And for now, we'll primarily be using Instagram. And it just so happens that Canva's AI makes this stupid simple. I'm sure you've heard of Canva before, but if you haven't seen it lately, they have made some improvements. There's now a magic design option built right in here. This will let you describe a simple post idea and it'll literally build out carousels, posts, and even reels very quickly. So here's the workflow. Open up Canva, choose Canva AI, and then here, instead of just trying to come up with a random idea of what to type, we'll just head back to GPT and ask, can you give me 10 Canva magic design prompt ideas for Instagram posts to advertise the product we just created? Then with these prompts in hand, we can jump back into Canva, choose design for me, then select social media. Then from under the format filter here, you can choose from all these different kinds of posts, depending on what you're creating. Then once you run this, Canva will generate 4 options for you. And all these templates are fully editable. You can pick your favorite, swap in your brand logo, change your colors, whatever you like to make this look professional. This is obviously not a final product, and I'm just demonstrating that this is fully editable. Very powerful. Now you have an on-brand post in under 5 minutes. All right, so just like that, you now have a functional storefront under your new brand. You've gone from idea to research to product to storefront very quickly. And the best part is we've done all this without hiring a team, without spending thousands of dollars, and without burnout. Just you, a laptop, and the smartest AI tools available. Hey, if you found this video helpful, do your duty and smash that like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed.